Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Untold Breaking Point. And this is another documentary in this series of documentaries that Netflix has released, and this is focusing on tennis star Mardy Fish. And it takes it from his childhood friendship with Andy Roddick through his challenges of trying to beat Andy and trying to compete on the world stage in tennis, to him getting in ridiculous shape, getting up into the top 10, being the number one ranked American, and then things fell apart. And the pressure, the competition, the rivalry, the expectations, and mental health issues colliding to create such a horrible experience for this star. And this documentary is well paced. It's hour, 19 minutes. It does, I feel like, yet again for another Netflix documentary, I feel like it takes its time doing a good job of pacing things out the first hour or so, and then it has a lot of information, and especially here, because that's where it really starts talking about Mardy's mental health, truncates it and condenses it a little bit. And I feel like that was an area where they could have really expanded upon this, but it's still a fascinating story, and it does tackle a lot of interesting themes and ideas in terms of professional sports, with the competition, the expectations, the commitments that just drag you down, bring you down, and make it almost impossible to compete on that level except for a select few. And even Roddick was like, well, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, nope, I'm done. And I have some basic knowledge of tennis. I've watched tennis on and off for most of my life. I knew who all of them were except for Mardy Fish, honestly. And this story is there. It's well paced. It's a modest runtime of an hour and 19 minutes. It's a fascinating story. It's inspiring to see a young man who went from just being friends with the next up-and-coming star to being a star himself. And then the relatability of tackling such things as mental health, and him putting his mental health first and trying to figure things out and finding peace in that. And I feel like this documentary does a great job of tackling that and working with that idea, even if they could have dedicated a little bit more time to that specifically. But in the end, this is an enjoyable, interesting sports doc, and it's sitting right there on Netflix. But those are my thoughts on Untold Breaking Point. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.